Hello, I'm Luke Upford. I'm joined by Tim Spears here at the Express and Star. Tim, there was a big shock. I had a massive shock this week.
Did you?
Yeah. Dominic Iorfa in Wolves' Premier League list. So how about, are we going to see him?
What is that about? Yeah, quite a surprise. So he was one of two players who didn't get a move last week. Wolves let a host of players out the back door, none of whom were part of Nuno's plans.
Yeah.
9 of whom went to Spain, to Jamilia, whatever you want to call it, this Spanish lower league team that Wolves have got an affiliation with now. So 9 guys went over there. Then you had the likes of Zairo, Gladon, Fossaway went abroad.
Yeah.
Conor Rowan's gone to Warsaw. Danny Bart, of course, went to Middlesbrough. Jordan Graham to Ipswich. Brighton and Bakari to Kilmarnock,
Yeah.
which is the left field move of the window, really. So, but yeah, the 2 guys who, unfortunately for them and for everybody really, couldn't get moves were Dominic Iorfa and Ethan Ebanks-Landell, who are now stuck in limbo. Very much in limbo until January.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shame that neither of them could get a club because they've not got a fat lot to do.
Yeah.
And then yesterday we see Wolves' official squad list come out. For anyone who's not kind of au fait with it, this is Premier League regulations. They publish a squad of up to 25 players. There are certain rules and regulations within that.
Yeah.
Got to have 8 homegrown players in your squad of 25.
Yeah.
So Wolves fall well comfortably within those rules. So Iorfa's inclusion doesn't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
But he has been included on the list. Ethan Ebanks-Landell hasn't. But Iorfa has, presumably as an emergency backup, I would have thought.
Yeah. That's a weird thing because we haven't seen Iorfa feature at all under Nuno.
No.
And I can't imagine him bringing him in even when it gets, the only time you'll include him is if it is major dire straits, surely.
Yeah, I hope Dominic Iorfa is watching this after that.
Sorry, Dom.
But no, you would have thought so.
Yeah.
Because purely on the fact that Iorfa hasn't been included in any of Nuno's pre-season squads, in any of Nuno's Carabao Cup squads, FA Cup squads or League squads. He hasn't been on the bench at all. We haven't seen him pre-season or at all. He was at Ipswich on loan last year, didn't really pull up any trees, which is why he struggled now to get out on loan again, I think. So it's a real turnaround from a guy who was touted as a future England international, in 2015, really. He was in the England under-21s at that time. He trained with the England senior squad at that time. I think it was Roy Hodgson must have been in charge, who had him in for a training session or 2. And him and Courtney Hawes were, seen as the next big things, really, both in the England under-21 squad. Hawes is now on the fringes of the Premier League team. We've seen him on the bench most weeks this season. And Iorfa, that spell at Ipswich killed him really, because that was his kind of make or break season. Didn't do that well. He's come back, obviously not part of Nuno's plans. As you say, an emergency backup. Wolves have got Matt Doherty and Johnny Castro Otto as their wing backs. Ruben Vinagre is the first kind of change as a wing back there. If Doherty was injured, I think we'd see Castro move across, Vinagre to the left. Then you've got Ryan Giles who can play left wing back. Then you've got Oscar Burr Rasmussen who can play right wing back and has played there in the Carabao Cup and for a couple of league appearances as well. If all those guys were injured, you've still got Ryan Bennett, who's played right wing back as an emergency as well.
Yeah.
We've seen Ivan Cavallero there once as well. So the chances of Iorfa getting in that team are very slim. But Wolves only submitted 18 players, so they've got room to spare. They've included him in. That's the reason why I'd love to see Iorfa get back to the levels he was at and come back and make an impact in this squad, but just don't see it happening.
Yeah, so still a very slim chance we could see Dominic Iorfa this season, especially in the Premier League. But for all the latest on him and Wolves, make sure you stay with us at expressandstar.com.